let everybody take their seats. We are so excited to be able to present Alice in Wonderland for you this evening. The kids have been working so hard. I think that we started working on this in August, honestly. I really think that we had auditions in August. So we have been putting in hours and hours and weeks and months of work, and it is really quite an interesting little show, and I can't wait for the kids to show you everything that they've been working on. Before we get started, I do want to thank several folks. First of all, anyone who is listed in the program. They have been so helpful in so many different ways, and we are so thankful for everyone who has been a patron, everyone who donated raffle items. We are just so thankful to you. And I also want to give a big shout out to our parent group who organized the raffle and who takes care of all of that for us, as well as making sure that the kids have plenty of snacks and plenty of food during Tech Week and during our long performance day yesterday when we did 3 shows in 24 hours. It was a crazy day. So we are so thankful for all of them. And we are also thankful to all of our parents and all of our families. We know that you have sacrificed to get the kids here and have adjusted when the schedules have changed, and we are just so appreciative of all of that. I also want to draw your attention during intermission to check out our senior boards that we have over here in the other side of the gym. You probably can't see them right now unless you visited the restroom. But we have 12 seniors this year. That's the biggest number we've ever had. I thought that we had a lot last year, but it turns out that there's more this year. So we are so proud of all of them, and we really want to showcase them and give them a chance to shine for their last season. So please make sure to check that out. Restrooms are located on this side of the gym, and we will have a 15-minute intermission, so that will give you plenty of time to visit those if you need to. So if you would please take a moment to go ahead and silence your cell phone and get ready for a trip to Wonderland. It is definitely an adventure, definitely a little bit strange, but hopefully it is something that you enjoy. So sit back, relax, and enjoy Alice in Wonderland.
Day it is. And what a boring book this is. It has no pictures. What's the use of a book like that? Hot days make me feel stupid. Well, I'm considered very bright for my age. Everyone says so.
Oh dear, I'm going to be late. Oh, won't the Duchess be furious if I kept her waiting? I'm supposed to escort her to the palace garden for the Queen of Hearts croquet tournament. If I'm late for that, the Queen is bound to chop off my head. That's the penalty for being late.
Oh, my dear, I've seen quite a few rabbits in my time, but never one with a watch around his neck. You must have gone down that rabbit hole. Quite a large rabbit hole. Oh no! Oh, help me! Somebody help! Whoa! Oh, I think I hit the bottom. Or mine at any rate. Oh, here's that nice rabbit again. Mr. Rabbit, I'm lost. And I have this horrible feeling that I've been shrinking. You look quite larger than the last time I saw you.
Oh, my ears and whiskers. I'll have to go back to the house. I forgot my gloves. Oh, will the Duchess be beside herself with fury, and the Queen of Hearts is bound to chop off my head. She'll only grab and steal me, and put me into a pie.
Make way for Her Majesty! Make way for the Queen of Hearts!
My name is Alice, Your Majesty. At least it was when I got up this morning. So your name is Alice. I'm Dr. Bond Alice. You must come to my garden this afternoon to play croquet. Oh, thank you. I'm making tarts just for the occasion from my royal recipe. Oh, lovely. I'm very fond of tarts. At home, Mother always scolds me for helping myself. You had better not help yourself to my tarts! Stealing tarts is a capital offense! I always have an executioner close by to behead anyone caught stealing tarts. Oh, please don't behead me, Your Majesty. Everything's just very confusing today, and I'd like to go home and see Dinah. She's my cat. Impossible! Only royal persons are permitted to go home. You'll have to become a queen yourself before you'll be allowed to go. I must become Queen Alice just to go home? Certainly, you foolish girl. And you'll have many strange adventures along the way. Each adventure is a necessary step. First, you must journey across Wonderland until you get to the border of Looking Glass Land. Then, you must travel square by square across the giant chessboard until you reach the Egg Throne. Only then will you become a queen, and you go anywhere you like. Sounds very difficult and confusing. But you had no business coming here in the first place. Yes, Your Majesty. Hold your tongue! I am a hungry hyena, and you are a bird. I beg your royal pardon. You'd better come to my garden this afternoon to play croquet. Mind your manners when you get there, and don't be late, or you'll be punished. And she told me to mind my manners. With their heads! How very curious everything is today. Oh, there's a nice rabbit. Mr. Rabbit!
Oh, it's you again. You met the Queen of Hearts, have you? I'll wager you're sorry not that you followed me here. Did she ask you to play croquet?
Yes, but very discourteously.
I shouldn't go if I were you. It's very dangerous to play games with Her Majesty.
But she said she'd punish me severely if I didn't go.
She will. Her Majesty has a dreadful temper.
Oh, well, she told me not to be late, but she never told me what time to arrive.
Get there as soon as you can. The Queen will decide for herself whether you're late or not.
Oh, I should start crying any minute. Mr. Rabbit, could you...
No time, no time. Oh, won't the Duchess be savage if I've kept her waiting? No time, no time, no time.
Mr. Rabbit, you dropped your gloves. Oh, stop crying! You ought to be ashamed of yourself. A big girl like you. You were just as usual yesterday. And you must have changed during the night. Oh, but if I'm not who I am, then who am I? Oh, I know. I'll try and recite a poem I used to read. How doth the little crocodile improves his shining tail and pour the waters of the Nile on every golden scale? How cheerfully he seems to grin, how neatly spreads his claws, and welcomes little fishies in his gently smiling jaws. Oh, that's not right. Oh, it's getting so slippery underfoot. I'll be waiting in a pile of tears in no time. Oh, help me, I'm drowning. Stop complaining. Oh, there's a mouse. Mr. Mouse, would you please tell me the way out of this pond? Oh, you're not listening. Oh, I know. I'll call for Cat. Oh, Cat! Oh, I beg your pardon.
Would you like cats if you were me?
Well, you should meet Dinah. She is a nice cat. But are you very fond of dogs? Well, there's a nice dog here in my neighborhood, and the farmer says that he's really good at catching rats. Oh, I seem to have offended it again. Please don't swim away. Come back.
Let's get back to the shore. Then I'll tell you my history. You'll understand why I hate cats and dogs.
You promised to tell me your history. You know, why you hate C's and D's?
My history is a long and sad tale.
I can see why it's long, but why is it sad?
We lived beneath the mats, warm and snug and fat. But with one woe in that was a cat. Her joys a clog, on our eyes a fog, on our hearts a log with a dog. When the cats are away, then the mice will play. But alas, one day, so to say, came the dog and the cat.
here. Well, she did the mouse bag. You know, I think she's the best cat in the world. She's such a capital cat for catching mice. Oh, Dinah, I wonder if I shall ever see you again without hitting my head. Oh, someone's coming. I wonder if it's the mouse to finish the story.
The Duchess! Oh, my hair balls! Oh, my fur whiskers! I'm going to be executioners, carrots or carrots! Where could I drop them? Where are they? Where are they? Run home this minute and fetch me a pair of gloves. Quick now!
Oh, wait! I have your glove right here. If only I knew what you were looking for.
Who are you?
I think you ought to tell me who you are.
Why?
Well, I keep changing. Well, I can't really tell you who I am because I'm not myself.
Explain yourself.
Well, I can't explain myself if I'm not myself, you see.
I don't see.
Well, being in so many different places is very confusing. And being two different sizes is bewildering. Is that any clearer?
Not a bit. Who are you?
I think you ought to tell me who you are.
Why? Come back. I have something important to say. Mind your temper.
Is that all?
No. So, you think you've changed, do you?
Yes. I can't remember things as I used to.
Can't remember what things?
Well, I tried to recite "How doth thy busy bee," but it came out all wrong.
Repeat, you are old, Father William.
You are old, Father William, the young man said, and your hair has grown very white. Yet you incessantly stand on your head. At this age, do you think it is right? In my youth, Father William replied, I feared it would injure the brain. But now that I'm perfectly sure I have none, I do it again and again. You are old, Father William, and one would hardly suppose that your eyes were as good as ever, yet you balanced an eel on the end of your nose. Now what made you so awfully clever? I've answered one question, and that is enough, said the father. Don't give yourself airs. Do you think I can listen all day to such stuff? Now go on, or I'll kick you down the stairs.
That is not said right.
Not quite right, I'm afraid.
It is wrong from beginning to end. What size do you want to be?
Well, I should be a few feet taller. 3 inches is such a wretched height to be.
It is a very good height indeed.
Well, I'm not used to it.
Whether you wish to grow taller or smaller, just break off a piece of the edge.
The edge of what?
The edge of the mushroom. It's a magic mushroom. Do as I say, girl.
This will make me grow bigger or smaller.
Whichever you like. Just nibble and wish.
Just nibble and wish.
Not now.
When?
When the time comes.
When will the time come?
Oh, you'll know. Now, tell me where you're going.
I'm going to the palace to play croquet. Why are you laughing at me?
Oh, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Not if you ever want to go home.
Why do you say that?
Many who go to the palace never go home at all. They lose their heads over it.
I've done no harm to anyone.
Oh, you'll be accused of something before the day is out. Mark my word. Let me give you some advice before you go.
Thank you.
When the time comes, choose your wish. Choose your wish, my girl.
For the judges, an invitation from the Queen of Hearts to play croquet. For the Queen of Hearts, an invitation for the Duchess to play croquet. Croquet. An invitation to beheadings, what that means. There's no sort use in you knocking. And that's for 2 reasons. First, because I'm on the same side of the door as you are. Secondly, they're making such a noise in there no one can possibly hear you.
But how am I to get in?
There might be some sense in your knocking. If there was a door between us. For instance, if you're inside, you might knock, and I can let you out, you know?
But how am I to get in?
Are you to get in at all? That's the first question, you know?
Oh, it's so dreadful how these creatures argue. It's enough to drive one mad.
I shall sit here on and off for days and days.
What am I to do?
Anything you like.
Oh, I shall have to go around the back. There's no use in talking to that creature. There's far too much pepper in that soup. Could you tell me why your cat grins like that?
It's a Cheshire cat, that's why. Have you never heard the expression grinning like a Cheshire cat?
I didn't know cats could grin.
They all can, and they all do.
Well, I don't know any that do.
You don't know much, and that's a fact.
Little pig, take that and that! You stupid pig! Must you hate your baby like that?
Yes,
Take that and that! Oh, I wish your cook would throw around those plates like that. It could hit the baby's precious nose.
not your business.
If everybody was minding their own business, this world would go around a deal faster.
Well, no it wouldn't, because the Earth takes 24 hours to turn on its axis.
Talking of axes, chop off her head.
Or is it 12?
Oh, don't bother me. I never liked arithmetic.
Speak roughly to your little boy and feed him when he sneezes. He only does it to annoy because he knows it teases. I'll speak seriously to my little boy and I'll feed him when he sneezes, so he can thoroughly enjoy the pepper because it pleases. Wah, wah, wah. May I ask you a question, Your Grace?
You never stop asking questions.
Are you going to the palace to play croquet?
I've been invited.
So have I, and I was wondering if I could come with you.
The White Rabbit is to call for me. You'll have to find your own escort.
Little pig, here.
You can nurse it a bit if you like. There you are, Rabbit. And about time, too.
I beg your pardon, Your Grace. I was delayed.
You always are.
Oh, Mr. Rabbit, can I please come with you? I'm scared to go to the palace alone.
Better not go at all.
The Duchess is right, my dear. You see, the Queen of Hearts is already very angry with both of us. And if she sees you two, no good will come of it.
Oh, but what am I to do? Attend some other party, child.
At least I have this baby to look after.
I don't look after it. They're sure to ruin it.
Oh, don't grunt.
That is not a proper way for a baby to express itself. And if you're going to act like a pig, I will have nothing to do with you. It is a pig!
Oh, well, it would have made a dreadfully ugly baby, but I think it'll make a pretty handsome pig. Oh, it's getting so dark out.
Brown, meow.
Oh, pussycat, they would take me with them to the palace. Could you tell me which way to go?
That depends on where you want to go.
Well, I don't care where,
And it doesn't matter which way you go.
but I must go somewhere.
Oh, you're sure to do that. If only you walk long enough.
Well, what sort of people live here?
To the east lives a Mad Hatter. To the west, a Mad March Hare. Visit either you like.
Well, I don't want to go among mad people.
Oh, you can't help that. We're all mad here. I'm mad, you're mad.
How do you know I'm mad?
You must be. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here.
What a strange country.
Perfectly true. No one you meet here is quite what he seems. Even to himself. That's why they call it Wonderland.
Oh, but it's such a frightening place.
Nobody will harm you.
Truly.
Yes, truly. Except, of course, the Queen of Hearts. She's the most bloodthirsty monarch to ever live. Make an enemy of her, and you're doomed.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Are you really going to the palace?
I may, or I may not.
If you do go, you may see me there, or you may not. What became of the baby?
Well, I turned into a pig.
I thought so. Did you say pig or pig?
I said pig.
Darn!
And I wish you would quit appearing and vanishing so suddenly.
Bye-bye.
Oh, what a curious cat. And with your cup squealing and people laughing. Well, the March hare must be serving tea. I hope he's not raving mad. At least, not as mad as he is in March, since it's May. Oh, how uncomfortable for the poor dormouse. It's asleep, I think.
No room! No room!
Why, there's plenty of room.
Well, I'm March Hare, he the Hatter, and that is the Dormouse. Have some wine.
I don't see any wine.
There isn't any.
And it wasn't very nice of you to offer it.
It wasn't nice of you to sit down without being invited.
I didn't know it was your table.
Your hair is green.
And you should learn not to make personal remarks. It's rude.
Why is a raven like a writing desk?
I believe I can guess that.
Do you mean that you think you could find out the answer?
Exactly so.
Then why don't you say what you mean?
I do. At least I mean what I say, and that's the same thing.
Not the same thing a bit. Why, you might just as well say that I see what I eat is the same thing as I eat what I see.
You might as well say that I like what I get is the same thing as I get what I like.
You might just as well say that I breathe when I sleep is the same thing as I sleep when I breathe.
It is the same with you.
What date is it?
The 4th.
2 days wrong. I told you not to stuff butter in the gear!
But it was the best butter.
I don't understand.
The dormouse is asleep again. Of course, just as you wish. Have you guessed the riddle yet?
I give up. What's the answer?
Well, I haven't the
Slightest idea.
Nor I.
Well, I think you ought to do better things with time than go around wasting it asking riddles that have no answer.
If you knew time as I do, you would not talk about wasting it. It's him.
I don't know what you mean.
Of course you don't. I dare say you never even spoke to time.
Well, I know you have to beat time when you learn music.
Oh, that accounts for it. He won't stand beating. Now, if you'd only kept on good terms with him, he'd do almost anything you liked with a clock. For instance, suppose we're time taking lessons. You'd only have to whisper a hint to time. Round, round goes the clock to 1:30. I'm time for dinner! Move down!
I only wish it was.
No, it isn't. He said I shouldn't be hungry.
Not at first, perhaps, but you could keep it to 1:30 as long as you like.
Is that the way you manage?
Not I. We quarreled last March just before he went mad. You know, it was at the great Queen of Hearts concert, and I had to sing. Twinkle, twinkle, little bat, how I wonder what you're at. You know the poem, perhaps? Something like it. It goes on in this way. Up above the world you fly, like a tea tray in the sky. Twinkle, 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 twinkle. I sang that for a part once, and I barely made it through the first verse when the queen bawled out, "He's killing time! Off with his head! He's killing time!"
Savage.
Ever since Father Time won't do the thing I ask, it's always 4 o'clock by my watch.
Is that why there's so many teacups?
Yes, it's always tea time. We've no time to wash the cups in between.
So I suppose you just keep moving down.
Exactly so, as things get used up.
But what happens when you get to the beginning again?
Suppose we change the subject. I wrote the young lady tells the story.
Oh, I'm afraid I don't know one.
Then
And
the dormouse
found.
shouted.
Wake
Wake
up,
up,
dormouse.
I wasn't asleep.
Tell us a story.
Well, please do, and be quick about it, or you'll be asleep before it's done. Once upon a time, there were 3 little sisters, and their names were Elsie, Ann Lacey, and Tilly, and they lived at the bottom of a well.
Well, what did they live on?
They lived on maple syrup,
Oh, then they must have been very ill.
so they were very ill.
Have some more tea.
Well, I can't take more because I haven't had any at all.
You mean you can't take less? It's very easy to take more than nothing.
And no one asked for your opinion.
Who's making personal remarks now?
Why do they live at the bottom of the well?
It was a syrup well.
There's no such thing.
If you can't be polite, you better finish the story yourself.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And so, these 3 little sisters, they're learning to draw, you know.
Well, what sort of things did they draw?
Maple syrup. Well, I want a clean cup. Let's well in. They learn to draw. They draw manner of things. Why with an M?
Why not?
That beings with an M, such as mousetraps and the moon, and memory, and muchness. You know you say things that are much of a muchness. Have you ever seen the sweet drawing of a muchness?
Oh, really? Now you ask me?
Well, then you should not talk about it!
You are much too rude. I should have never taken tea with you. I should have went to the Queen's garden party.
Do you mean to say that you were invited to play croquet with the Queen?
I was. And you didn't go. Well, I haven't yet.
Then you must go now!
You must go first. Yes, go.
Do you know what can happen to us?
If you have antagonized Her Majesty, heads will roll.
Heads will roll.
Well, how do I get to the palace?
Go up the hill, you'll find a big mulberry bush.
And you go round the mulberry bush. You'll see the palace and the royal
You
cocaine.
can't possibly miss it. Go on, hurry! The Queen is waiting!
I'm running as fast as I can. Oh, please don't chop off my head.
Watch out now, too. Don't go smash the paint over me like that.
It wasn't my fault. 6 struck my elbow. That's right, you always say the blame on others. You shouldn't say anything. I heard the Queen say you should be the head. Of course, that's none of your business. It is his business, and I'll tell him. It was reading this back syllable with some onion, some policy, and yesterday.
Who is she? Would you tell me why you're painting those roses?
Make way for Her Majesty! Make way for the Queen of Hearts!
Who is this? What is your name, child?
My name is Alice, Your Majesty. We met this morning.
Alice, to be sure. And who are these?
How should I know? This is your croquet garden.
Oh, with her head, Jane!
Consider, my dear, she is just a child.
I forgive you on the grounds of you. Turn them over!
Yes, Aunt. I mean, yes, Your Royal Majesty.
Get them on their feet, the miserable wretch! No, stop that ridiculous bouncing!
You made me giddy.
Now what have you been doing here?
They have seen Your Majesty. We were just
Oh,
Hearts and nose. Quiet! The Queen will hear you. You see, the Duchess was late to the party, and the Queen was furious.
Oh, dear. Oh, Mr. Rabbit, would you please... Mr. Rabbit, I must go home. Would you please tell me how?
What by temper? Home? Home? Ask the Queen. She'll know.
Oh, I don't dare. Oh, Your Majesty.
Ask the Duchess. She'll know. But I don't know if she'll tell you. She's too upset about losing her head. Coming!
You can't think how glad I am to see you again, you old thing. You're thinking about something, my dear, and that makes you forget to talk. I can't quite think of what the moral of this is, but I'll remember here in a moment. The Queen is going to chop off your head. What's the moral of that? Tut, tut, child. Everything's got a moral if you can find it. How are you getting on? How do you like the Queen? Oh, not at all. She's very fond of beheading people. And the question is if there's anyone left alive. Did you not enjoy croquet? Not the way they play it here. What do you think of me, my dear? Well, when I'm a duchess, I won't have any pepper in my kitchen at all. Maybe it's pepper that makes people hot-tempered. And vinegar that makes them sour. And sugar cookies that make children sweet-tempered. Oh, I'm so frightened. I've never lost my head before. And the moral of this is, love makes the world go round. Oh, there, how fond you are of finding morals and things. You're wondering why I don't put my arm around you. The thing is, I'm worried about the temper of your flamingo. Shall I try an experiment? He might bite. Very true. Flamingos and mustard. They both bite. And the moral of that is, birds of a feather will flock together. Except mustard isn't a bird. You're right. What a clear way you have of putting things. It's a mineral, you think? Of course it is. And there's a mineral mine right around here. And the moral of that is, the more there's mine, the less there is of yours. I think I'd understand that better if I had it written down. That's nothing but what I could say. Fine day, Your Majesty. I give you fair warning. You must get ready for your execution, or I'll chop off your head! Have you met the mock turtle yet? I don't even know what a mock turtle is. It's the thing this mock turtle soup is made from. Go along and he'll tell you his story. Prepare! Is that a mock turtle? No, you foolish girl. That is a griffin. Stop, you lazy thing, and take this girl to see the mock turtle. I must go see to the executions.
Oh, what a food His Majesty sent.
Right. I've never been so happy to leave a place in all of my life. But how far is the walk?
Not too far.
Well, where does he live?
In a forest.
But I thought he was a turtle.
Don't think too much about it.
Well, what does he look like?
Ugly.
Is that why he's crying?
It's all in his head. Come on. This here young lady wants to hear your stories.
I'll tell her. Sit down and don't speak a word until I've finished. Once I was a real turtle. When we were little, we went to school in the sea. The The master was an old turtle. We used to call him Tortoise.
Well, why did you call him Tortoise if he wasn't one?
We called him Tortoise because he was a teacher and he toured us. Really, you are very dull.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself for asking such a question.
We went to school in the sea, though you mayn't believe it.
I never said I didn't.
You did.
Hold your tongue.
We had the best of educations. In fact, we went to school every day.
I've been to day school too. You needn't be all proud of all that.
With extras
Yes, French and music.
and washing.
Well, certainly not.
Ah, then yours wasn't a really good school. Now, at our school, we had French, music, and washing extra.
Well, you shouldn't needed it much. Living under the sea.
I couldn't afford to learn it. I had to take the regular course.
And what was that?
Reading and writing, of course, to begin with. And then the different branches of arithmetic. Ambition, distraction, amplification, and derivative.
I've never heard of uglification.
Never heard of uglification. Surely you know what to beautify is.
Of course I do. It means to make anything prettier.
Then, if you don't know what to uglify is, you are a simpleton.
How many hours a day did you attend school?
10 hours the first day, and 9 the next, and so on.
Oh, what a curious plan.
It's why they're called lessons. They lesson from day to day.
So then, 11th day must have been a holiday?
Of course it was.
But then, how did you manage on the 12th?
Enough. Tell her about the game, will you?
Thank you. You may not have lived much under the sea,
I haven't.
and perhaps you were never introduced to a lobster.
Well, I once tasted... No, never.
Then you have no idea what a delightful thing a lobster quadrille is.
A quadrille. Isn't that a dance?
Would you like to see a little of it?
Oh, yes, please, very much.
Come, let's dance the lobster torture. It can be managed without lobsters, don't you know?
But will the queen allow it?
We won't tell her.
You sing. I forgot the words.
Will you walk a little faster, said a whiting to a snail. There's a porpoise close behind us, and he's treading on my tail. See how eagerly the lobsters and the turtles all obey us. They are waiting on the shingle. Will you come and join the dance? Will you, won't you, will you, won't you, will you join the dance? Will you, won't you, will you, won't you, won't you join the dance? You could really have no notion how delightful it will be when they take us up and throw us with the lobsters out to sea. The further off from England, the closer 'tis to France. Then turn not pale but love and serve and come and join the dance. Would not, could not, would not, could not, would not join the dance. Would not, could not, would not, could not, could not join the dance.
I like the funny part about the lighting.
Do you know why it's called a lichen?
No.
Because it polishes our boots.
The whiting polishes your boots?
What are yours done with?
Blacking, I believe.
Well, under the sea, all of our boots are polished with white. Now you know.
And what are they made of?
Souls and eels, of course. Any shrimp could have told you that.
If I would have been the whiting in the story, I would have told the porpoise to keep back. We don't want you with us.
No wise fish would go anywhere without a porpoise.
Wouldn't it really?
Of course not. If a fish came to me and told me he were going on a journey, I would say, with what purpose?
You know, would you like to hear another song or do another different?
So a song, please.
Counting your personal tastes. Sing me the one about turtle soup, will you?
Soup of the evening, beautiful soup, beautiful soup, beautiful soup. Soup of the evening, beautiful soup.
You're under arrest.
I am?
Anything you say will be used against you.
But what am I arrested for?
The nail parts, you stole some parts. And you are suspected of being a necessity after the fact.
But I've never met the name of Mark.
Come along, quietly, or you shall be beheaded. March! Hear ye, the trial's beginning, the trial's beginning.
Oh, I wish they'd get this trial over with and pass around the tarts. Listen. Silence in the court. I would like to say that I am completely innocent of all the charges brought against me. Ah! What the hell I say?
Silence in court.
Harold, read the accusation.
The Queen of Hearts, she made some tarts, all on a summer day. The Knave of Hearts, he stole those tarts and took them quite away.
And I had nothing to do with it.
Consider your verdict.
Not yet, not yet. There's a great deal to come before them.
Then you may call your first witness.
First witness, Madhouse,
Hurry
Madhouse!
up! We haven't got time. I beg your pardon, Your Majesty. This is respectable to them. I mean, I'm sorry for bringing this in, but I hadn't quite finished my tea. But when did you begin? 14th March, I think it was.
Actually, it was 15.
Jury, put that down.
Silence in court.
Witness, take off your hat! I'm a poor man, Your Majesty, and with the bread butter so expensive, and the twinkling of the tea tray.
The twinkling of what?
It began with the tea.
Of course, twinkling begins with a T. What do you take me for? A dunce? If that is all, you may stand down.
I can't go any lower. I'm on the floor as it is.
Then you may sit down.
I'd rather go home and finish my tea.
You may go.
But mark my words, she is a very peculiar young girl. Just the kind to go around stealing other people's tarts. Suspicious! Very suspicious! She says at home she often helped herself to tarts without permission. I think the girl ought to be beheaded on principle.
Consider your verdict.
There's a great deal to come before that, Your Majesty. I've just been handed this paper. Said verses.
Suspicious!
Is it in the handwriting of either prisoner?
Not in mine.
Shall I read it anyway, Your Majesty?
Begin at the beginning and go on till the end. Then stop.
They told me you'd been to her and mentioned me to him. She gave me a good character, but said I could not swim.
This is the most important piece of evidence we've heard. Let the jury proceed.
If any of the jury can explain it, I'll give you 6 pence. I don't believe there's an atom of meaning in it. She doesn't believe
some meaning in it. I said I could not swim. Can you swim?
Do I look like I could?
You heard him confess. Consider your verdict.
No, take this good. Later. That's illegal. Hold your tongue. Alex, I said hold your tongue. I won't. I said hold your tongue. Now, I won't do it. Off with your hands!
Off with her head!
Off with your hands!
Off with her head!
Oh, rabbit, Dutch as hell.
You lost the head.
Off with your hands!
Off with her head!
No, you can't do this to me. I'm not afraid of you.
lost my way.
I don't know what you mean by your way. I'm the Red Queen.
All the ways about here belong to me.
But why did you come here at all?
Well, I was wanting to see what your garden looked like.
When you say garden,
I see gardens.
compared with which
This would be a wilderness. And I was trying to get to the top of that hill.
when you say hill,
I've seen hills in comparison with which you would call that a valley. Well, no, I wouldn't, because a hill can't be a valley, because that's nonsense. I've heard nonsense, compared with which that would be as sensible as a dictionary. This must be looking glass on it. It's laid out like a giant chessboard, being played all over the world. If it is a world at all. Wait, I remember. If I could cross the chessboard, I would become queen. And if I can become queen, I can go home.
that's easily managed. Once you reach the 8th square, you'll be a queen. Come along now.
Oh, faster! Faster! I'm running as fast as I can!
Walk.
Faster! Faster! It's getting cold. Are we nearly there?
Nearly there. Why, we passed it 10 minutes ago. Now, faster.
Wait. You mean to say that we've been in the same place this whole time?
Of course we have.
In my country, when you run really fast for a really long time, you get somewhere else.
Here, you see, it takes all the running you can do just to stay in the same place. You want to get somewhere else, you have to run at least twice as fast as that.
Oh, I'll never get home.
Remember, this is Looking Glass. If you hold the word evil up to a mirror, it simply lives spelled backwards.
I guess you're right.
Here now, take another one. Look at this poetry book.
It's backwards.
Of course it is. You come through the looking glass.
It's called Jabberwocky. 'Twas brilliant and the light betroths did cry and grimble in the rain. All mimsy were the boar rose, and the moles wrath outraged. Beware the Jabberwock, my son, the jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Beware the Jub bird, and shun the frumious Bandersnatch. And as in the uppish thought he stood, the Jabberwock with eyes of flame came whistling through the tulgey wood, and burbled as it came. 1, 2, 1, 2, and through and through. The warble blade went snicker snack, he left it dead, and with his head, he went plumping back. Doesn't make any sense.
Well, it does to me. Perhaps we should run a little clear away the cobwebs.
No, thank you. I've done quite enough running. So hot and thirsty.
Have a dry biscuit. While you're refreshing yourself, I'll just take the measurements. And 2 yards. I shall give you your directions. Have another biscuit?
No, thank you. One was quite enough.
There's quenched apple. I shall paste them before I forget. 3, 4, and I must say goodbye to you for 5. Here's how to cross the chessboard. Listen, upon those 2 squares in its first moving mill, then you go very quickly through the 3rd square, and you'll find yourself in the 4th square in the milk square. That square belongs to Tweedledum and Tweedledee. The 5th, mostly water, and the 6th belongs to Humpty Dumpty. You'll have to deal with him, however. I've nothing to say.
I didn't know I was supposed to say anything just then.
The 7th is all forest, and in the 8th we'll be queens together. It's all feasting and fun. Off we go.
Oh, she can't run very fast.
Goodbye, my little dear.
They wept like anything to see such quantities of sand. If the way were clear, they said it would be grand. Sit down!
O oysters, come and walk with us, the walrus did beseech. A pleasant walk, a pleasant talk, along the briny beach. If we cannot do with more than 4 to give a hand to each.
Sit down! 4 little oysters hurried up, all eager for a treat. Their coats were brushed, their faces washed, their shoes were clean and neat. And this was odd because you know they hadn't any feet. Sit down!
4 other oysters followed them, and yet another 4. And thick and fast it came at last, and more and more and more. A hopping through the frothy waves and scrambling to the shore. Sit down!
The walrus and the carpenter walked a mile or so, and then they rested on a rock conveniently low. All the little oysters stood and waited in a row. Sit down!
The time has come, the walrus said, to talk of many things. Of shoes and ships and sealing wax and cabbages and kings. And why the sea is boiling hot and whether pigs have wings. Sit down!
A loaf of bread, the walrus said, is what we chiefly need. Pepper and vinegar besides are very good indeed. Now if you're ready, oysters dear, we can begin to feed. How much longer? Sit down!
But not us, the oysters cried, turning a little blue. After such kindness that'd be a dismal thing to do. The night is fine, the walrus said. Do you admire the view?
Sit down! It seems a shame, the walrus said, to play them such a trick. After he brought them so far and made them chop so quick, the carpenter said nothing but the bottom spread too thick! Sit down!
I weep for you, the walrus said. I deeply sympathize. With sobs and tears sorted out those of the largest size, holding his pocket handkerchief before his dreamy eyes. One more verse. Oh, oyster, said the carpenter, you've had a pleasant run. Shall we be trotting home again? But answers came there none. And this was scarcely odd because they beat everyone.
I like the walrus best, because he was at least a little sorry for the poor oysters.
He ate more than the carpenter got. He held his pocket handkerchief in front so the carpenter couldn't see how many he had took.
Well, it was a very unpleasant tale. But could you please tell me which way to go now? It's getting dark, and I'm afraid it's going to rain.
Don't get wet.
Oh, such dreadful creatures! When lost, can I do so need help? Oh, someone's shawl has been blown off. Bread and butter, bread and butter, bread and butter! Oh, am I addressing the white queen?
I call it undressing.
Well, may I put your shawl straight for you?
It's all out of temper. I put it here, I put it there, but there's just no pleasing it.
Well, if you pin it all on one side, it's going to be out of temper. Oh, dear. What state your hair is in.
The brush got entangled in it, and I lost the comb yesterday.
Oh, well, that's a little better. But really, you should get a lady's maid.
That's very sweet. I'll hire you with pleasure. Tuppence once a week and jam every other day.
No, I don't want you to hire me. And I'm not very fond of jam. But could you just please tell me which way to go?
It's very good jam.
Well, I don't want any today.
You couldn't even if you wanted to. The rule is jam tomorrow, jam yesterday, but never jam today.
Well, it must come to jam today sometime.
No, it can't. It's not the way it works.
Then I don't understand.
That's the effect of living backwards. It makes one a little giddy.
I've never heard of living backwards.
One's memory has one great advantage. It works both ways.
Well, my memory only works one way.
It's poor memory that only works backwards.
Well, what sort of things do you remember remember best? Things that happened the week after next. For instance, now the Queen's messenger is in prison, and the trial won't start until next Wednesday. And of course, the crime comes last of all.
But suppose he never commits the crime.
That would be all the better, wouldn't it?
Of course it would be all the better. But not if he was still being punished.
You're wrong there at any rate. Were you ever punished?
Only for fault.
And you were better for it. I know.
Ow, ow!
Oh, have you cut your finger?
Not yet, but I soon shall.
When?
When I go to pin my shawl again. The pin will come without it.
Oh! Well, let me help you.
See, that accounts for the bleeding. Now you understand the way things work around here.
But why aren't you screaming now?
Well, I've done all the screaming already. What would be the point in doing it again?
Oh, I'm glad it's getting lighter. Thought night was coming.
It must be glad being able to be glad whenever you like.
It is. Except not here. It's very different, and that makes me sad.
Oh, don't go on like that! Consider anything, but don't be sad!
Can you stop yourself from crying by considering things?
Well, you can't do two things at once. Consider your age.
How old are you? 7.5 exactly.
I'm 101, 5 months and a day.
Well, I can't believe that.
Can't you?
I can't believe impossible things.
When I was your age, I'd read as many as 6 impossible things before breakfast.
Oh, well, I hope your finger's better now.
Oh, much better. Better. Better and bread. Bread and butter. Bread and butter. Bread and butter!
Wait, I need directions!
Next that girl reach the 8th square. I am determined that she will not be crowned a queen.
I won't, my dear, I won't.
Well then, stir your stuff!
Oh, it's Humpty Dumpty. And she looks exactly like an egg.
It's very provoking to be called an egg.
Well, I said you look like an egg. And some eggs are very pretty, you know.
And some people have no more sense than a baby.
Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together again. Now the last line is far too long for poetry.
Don't stand chattering to yourself. Tell me your name and your business.
Oh, my name is Alice, and I'm crossing the chessboard to become a queen.
Alice? That's a stupid name. What does it mean?
Well, does the name have to mean something?
Of course. My name means the shape that I am. In a very handsome shape it is to be. With a name like yours, you might be any shape.
Why do you sit on the wall all alone?
Why? Because there's nobody with me. Did you think I didn't know the answer to that? Ask me another.
Don't you think you'd be safer on the ground?
Of course I don't. Even if I did fall off, which there's no chance of, the king himself has promised.
To send all of his horses and all of his men to put you back together again. No, I haven't. It's in a book. Oh, what a beautiful belt you've got on. Where's the book? Oh, I wish I knew which was his waist and which was his neck.
It is most provoking to not know the difference between a belt and a bow tie. It's a tie, child. It was given
1.
And if you take 1 from 365, what remains?
364,
Of course, that shows that there are 364 days when you might get an unbirthday present. There's glory for you.
I don't know what you mean by glory.
Of course you don't. I meant, there's a nice knockdown argument for you.
But glory doesn't mean a nice knockdown argument.
When I use a word, it means what I choose it. Neither more nor less. Impenetrability, that's what I say.
The question is whether you can make words mean different things.
The question is, which is to be mastered.
If you're so good at describing words, could you please tell me the meaning of the poem Jabberwocky?
I could if I choose. I could explain all the poems that were ever invented. A good many that haven't yet, but instead I'll give you a piece of advice.
Thank you.
Listen carefully, because this is very important. I sent a message to the fish. I told him this is what I wish. The little fish's answer was, we cannot do it, sir, because.
That's your advice?
The important part is coming. Then someone came to me and said, the little fishes are in bed. I took a corkscrew from the shelf. I went to wake them up myself. But when I found the door was locked, I pushed it and it knocked. But when I found the door was shut, I tried to turn the handle, but
Is that all?
so my advice is run! Run for your life! It's the way to work! Run! Ashton! Ashton!
Now let it be